Hi, this is Timothy Schutte with Exit Realty Capital City and the Timothy Schutte Real Estate Team. Welcome back to my video blog. It's June, so let's look at kind of what we have for numbers for how many sales we've had, what do we have for activity in the marketplace, and how does that compare today to last year. There's about 3,295 total active properties in the MLS. 1,370 are new construction, 2,451 are resale, and we have about 20 active foreclosures. How does that differ from last year? You know, it's pretty similar. We haven't had a ton of new activity. I think the sold count is what I think matters the most. So I'm going to add some 2023, 2022 numbers to that as well to give you an idea what that looks like. So if you look at how many sold we have thus far this year, it's 5,551. That we are at 42% of last year. So last year we sold a total of 13,221. So that there's a little bit of a drop there. But if you look at 2022, we sold 15,500, which was a 15% decrease from 22 to 23. And you know, it's kind of looking like we're going to end up about the same and on a 10 to 15% reduction in sales for 23 to 24. Foreclosures in 23, we sold 122. In 24, we have 53 that have closed, so we're at 43% there. The resales, we were at 41% of last year's thus far, so that's as of June 15th or so. So we have 4,453 closed. I wouldn't call new construction gangbusters right now, but they're 46% instead of the lower 40s with 1,198 sales this year compared to the 2,586 for all of last year. So, it's like on pace, it's a little better than the rest. Going into multifamily, we have 39 multifamily. We've sold 69. Last year we sold 161, so those numbers are going to be skewed down quite a bit as well. What does that mean for the market? Well, the market is changing. It's the interest rates that have really caught up with us. I think it would have been June of last year when we really saw the interest rates start to spike, and it kind of went through all of last year and it's held on this year. So interest rates, instead of being in that 3-4%, are 6.5%, maybe low sixes, all the way to 8%, depending on credit scores. We have seen some portions of our metro where houses seem like they sit longer, where we have more price reductions, but it's very give and take here and there because you'll have some that'll have multiple offers on them as well. So where are we at in the marketplace? We're getting maybe more of a buyer's market, but we aren't quite there yet because our inventory is still pretty low. We do still see appreciation in some of those hot markets, and it looks like we're seeing depreciation in some of the slower markets. It's going to be really fascinating to me to see what the end of 24 brings. The Fed in terms of raising or lowering rates, our last data came in okay, so they still think we'll have a 1 reduction, maybe 2. Not very likely to see 3 reductions this year, but that's going to be a big thing to see as we go closer to the end of the year and what that does. At the end of the day, what do these numbers mean? It means that 24 looks like it's going to be slower than 23. It's possible to catch up, but not very likely in my opinion at this point. 23 was 15% slower than 22. 22 was slower than 21. So we have had some pretty strong drops in our sales volume and numbers, and we'll continue to see that probably through this year, but that doesn't mean that there's not sales. It's like 13,000 sales last year was still really strong. When I got in the market in 2007, 8, 9, the fewest we saw was like 8,900 sales. So that's a big difference. What I would recommend to you is talk to us, look at our expertise and what we can do to help sell your property. It is changing from marketplace to marketplace, and that's a big thing to look at. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. This is Timothy Schutte with Exit Realty Capital City.